Hi everyone, my name is Malarkodi. This video editing is done by Madhumita and Meghala. Today I am going to explain about database triggers. What is triggers? A trigger is a special object in a database that is associated with a table. It runs automatically when a specific event occurs. Trigger work event like insert, update and delete. It is used to perform automatic action. Why use triggers? Automatically tracks data changes. Triggers automatically track any changes in the data. They help to maintain audit or history records. Triggers help to keep data accurate and consistent. They reduce the manual coding efforts and save time. Now let us see the trigger program. Step 1, drop existing tables. Drop table if exit student audit. Drop table if exit students. This statement remove the tables if they already exit. This avoids errors and reacting the tables. Step 2, create student table. Create table student ID, serial primary key, name worker 100, marks int. Create the main table to store student details, student ID, audio increment unique ID. Name to store student name, marks, store student marks. Step 3, create audit table. Create table student audit ID, serial primary key, operation type varchar 10, student ID in, name varchar 100, marks in, changed on timestamp default current timestamp. Create an audit table to store all operation. Operation type insert, update, delete, changed on to store the data and time automatically. Step 4, create insert trigger function. Create or replace function. Trigger after insert returns trigger as $begin. Insert into student audit operation type student ID, name, marks. Values insert new dot student ID, new dot name, new dot marks. Raise notice student inserted ID equal to percentage, name equal to percentage, new dot student ID, new dot name, return new in language PLPGSQL. Step 5, create insert trigger. Create trigger after insert trigger after insert on student for each row. Execute function trigger after insert. This triggers calls the insert function automatically. Runs after every insert operation. Step 6, create update triggers function. Create or replace function trigger after update. Returns trigger as $begin inserted into student audit operation type student ID, name, marks. Values update new dot student ID, new dot name, new dot marks. Raise notice student updated ID equal to percentage, old marks equal to percentage, new marks equal to percentage, new dot student ID, old dot marks, new dot marks. Return new in $language PLPGSQL. Runs after updating a record, stores updated values in order table, old previous value, new update values. Update trigger, create trigger after update trigger after update on student for each row. Execute function trigger after update. Execute automatically after update operation. Step 8, create delete trigger function. Create or replace function trigger after delete. Return triggers as $begin inserted into student audit operation type student ID, name, marks. Values delete old dot new student ID, old dot name, old dot marks. Raise notice student deleted ID equal to percentage, name equal to percentage, old dot student ID, old dot name. Return old in $language PLPGSQL. Runs after the deleting a record, stores deleted data in audit table used to old values. Step 9, create delete trigger. Create trigger after delete on student for each row. Execute function trigger after delete. Execute automatically after delete operation. Step 10. Testing the triggers. Insert into student's name, marks, values Alice 90. Adds a new student. Insert trigger runs. Update student. Set marks equal to 95. Where student ID equal to 1. Update marks. Update trigger function. Delete from the student. Where student ID equal to 1. Delete student. Delete trigger runs. Next, we see the output of the program. First, we insert a student named Alice with marks 90. A trigger function automatically displays a notice message. Next, we updated the marks to 95. The updated trigger shows old marks and new marks. Then we delete the student record. The delete trigger displays a message with student details. Finally, when we select from the order table, we can see all operations like insert, update and delete recorded. In conclusion, SQL triggers helps to automatically track changes in a database. In this program, we used to insert, update and delete triggers to store all operation in the audit table. This makes it easy to maintain history and ensure data consistency. Thank you.